They might be hard to hear, but this morning we're looking into the secrets airlines just won't tell you.
That's right. Here's News 4's Anthony Kanji with this special assignment.
Many people are nervous about flying, but if they knew just half of the secrets of the industry, they might never climb on board again. Let's start with the pilots. We've all heard that they are often sleep deprived.
Their pay that is so low that they can't afford to go get a hotel room and get a good night's sleep before they fly the public.
Another concerning secret is how little training is necessary to fly a commercial airline. Believe it or not, your pilot may be flying with passengers on board for the first time ever. That's right, all of his training prior to taking off can come on a simulator.
The first time you actually fly the airplane is with passengers in the back. That is legal, and that is the standard.
And here are a few things you will never hear pilots say to their passengers. We're heading into lightning. One of our engines just failed. The visibility out there is zero. Instead, they try and put a positive spin on the situation, and for a good reason.
I hate to get people all stirred up about something they really can't do much about. If I didn't have an emergency before and I make some kind of announcement, get everybody started in the back, now I definitely got a situation on my hands.
Here's another secret you may not want to hear. Fuel is heavy and costly, so the industry tries to minimize how much fuel each plane carries. And you may be curious why you always have to wear your seatbelt. Ever hear of an updraft? It's like hitting a speed bump going 500 miles per hour. And it can really shake things up inside the cabin by sending anything that's not tied down, including people and the baby they're holding, flying into the air. And why can't you use your cell phone on a plane? Well, you can, if you don't mind screwing up the pilot's instrumentation. Several cell phones used at the same time can actually cause a false reading in the cockpit.
Whether or not one phone will do that, I sincerely doubt. On the other hand, if we have 50 passengers now dialing cell phones, there's a lot of transmissions going out from the back of the cabin.
And before you cancel your flight, there are some secrets that are good. For one, turbulence doesn't cause planes to crash. Also, planes are built to take lightning hits. Most pilots say they have experienced it. Planes today can also typically fly without one of their engines. In fact, most of us have probably flown in a down engine and never knew it.
We have a much better ability today to get from place to place in a way that our pilots and the aviation community is much more informed. Better air traffic control, better systems on the airplanes.
There are risks associated with all forms of travel. Ultimately, it's up to the passenger to decide if their safety is being sacrificed to better the bottom line. Now, we tried many times to call various airlines and current pilots for their comment, but our calls were not returned. Now, unfortunately, we saw in Western New York the result of what can happen when cost affects safety. Both pilots of Flight 3407, which killed 50 people in Clarence, had very little in-air experience. But new legislation is trying to pass that would require both the pilot and co-pilot to have more than 1,500 hours of flight time each before they took passengers in the air. Anthony Kanji, News 4 Wake Up.
Thank you for that report, Anthony.